ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke, and this is the Everton Stadium update for the 25th of the 11th, 2023. Now, we have actually gotten ourselves a new drone. So this one is actually a step up from the DJI Mavic Mini that I did have. It's now the DJI Mavic Mini 2 SE. So this is quite significantly different from the previous iteration. You can probably even see it from the picture quality. Now, granted, the quality of the videos is still 2.4K, so 1440p, but it feels like it is actually clearer looking at it as a whole. So the actual sensor in the camera is significantly better than the DJI Mavic Mini. So it is 1440p, but it's also a better 1440p, if you sort of get what I mean. Now, as we go over the site at the moment, we are looking at a lot of work going on around the east stand. So you've already probably seen the light posts that are being put into place. There is a lot of the stones and everything put into place. So it's surprising how they've actually went about the stones itself. It does actually look like there's a small, well, it kind of looks like the way they're laying them out. It looks like it's just doing it over the, sort of dirt track that they've done. And also, as a quick note as well, they have actually started putting gates in regarding where the entrance points are. So that is an interesting approach, in all honesty. When they initially made the whole video and everything, looking at it, it looked like it was open, to be honest. Where we've got the holes in the walls and everything for fans to go in and out, I thought it was going to be open 24/7. I'm probably wrong on this one, but the way they're approaching it sounds like that you can only get access to the stadium either on match days or certain days, so maybe open hours. So you wouldn't be able to look at this at, say, like 10 o'clock at night on a Wednesday evening when Everton aren't actually playing or doing anything. So that's an interesting approach, to tell you the God's honest truth. But I'm digressing on this one. We're going to go back to the stadium real quick. So, south stand wise, there isn't too much going on. I'm going to talk very quickly about the east stand and the fan plaza still. So, the east stand itself, there is actually floodlights and everything getting put in. So, the actual stadium's floodlights are going in. And inside the east stand itself, you might actually see this when I fly over now, when I do the far down view. Well, top down view, should I say. And you should be able to see the cement and everything getting layered in. So it's going to be pretty much like the base layer for when the seating, or I should say the concrete terracing for the seating and everything goes in. So you can actually see it there through the south stand roof itself. You can actually see it getting laid down, and you can also see the magnificent seats. And on top of that, on the north stand itself, you can actually see the screen. So these screens themselves are very similar to how the commercial screens work. So each piece it's like very small squares. They are quite literally small squares, the screens themselves. And they're all put together and put into like an almost sequence layout. So that once they are actually put into place, it acts like a larger screen as a whole. These are very common with like your commercial billboards and everything like that. But the detail that's going to be on these is going to be something else. I do not know how big they are in terms of inch-wise, but I'm going to assume they're a little bit bigger than 80 inch. Let's just say that. But looking down on it right now, it is great to see the roof and everything spreading across. I'm interested to see how they're going to go about the solar panels on the south stand's roof, because the way they're putting them on right now, it looks like they might actually have to sit on top of the cladding that's there. Now, there is one thing to very quickly to note. It's going to take me a while to sort of get used to this drone. There'll probably be 2 or 3 videos before I properly get to grasps and everything and get back to how we used to do with the old DJI Mavic Mini, because this drone itself, like the gimbal itself, you probably noticed in the intro, it's very harsh on its stop, so it doesn't sort of smooth into the stop. So there might be a way to fix that in the settings and everything, but if you give me a little bit of time with this, we're going to be able to improve with this drone significantly. Now, looking over on the west stand right now, one thing to note, I'm not sure if anyone's actually seen this, on Twitter, or X as they call it now, the actual concrete that you can see there where the west stand is, the concrete pieces are like very long slats, and on them slats there's a little Easter egg for Evertonians to have a look at. So if anyone's ever actually been into Goodison Park, if you ever look at where the divides for the terraces are, you'll see a nice white band around it, and there's like an X structure. I think they actually call it the lick design. And this itself is very reminiscent. There's actually the cross members are actually in the concrete itself. It's a lovely Easter egg that I've actually seen, and I am super excited to actually look at this with my own 2 eyes. Or if anyone knows that I wear glasses, 4 eyes. Haha. But yeah, as we're going over now on the west stand, there is a lot going on right now. So the clan on the roof, they're now going layer by layer. So they're probably up to about the 3rd or 4th layer there. So almost up to the last layer for the west stand there. So that's going to be getting them put in. But looking at it, it's very strange how they've got it going, because it seems a bit sporadic in how they've done it. Because if you remember how the north stand was done, it was all done sectionally. But when you look at this, it just something seems a little bit off. The fact that you've got different stages in different parts and everything. And there's bits that haven't even been started yet. So it's going to be interesting on the approach of that in the future. Also, if you notice that the sun and everything's a bit mad in this video, I do apologize. How I go about these videos at the moment, it's pretty much, I do my pan down, I do east stand, fan plaza, north stand, south stand, then east stand. So you'll probably notice that the sun seems to be moving up and down the sky with these videos, so apologies on that. But as we look over the north stand at the moment, the main thing that stands out to me right now, and it's there. Also, Pigeon, they took out the buzzy drone. There's glass. The glass on the back piece there, so where the roof meets the actual stadium itself, that is coming along really nicely. So they're almost, I think they probably got about 2 more rows of it to go, or 2 more columns, depends on how you want to go about it. But that's very nice, because it's going to be a very nice windbreaker, that piece, and it's going to be a nice feature as well. Once the sun sets and everything, it's going to be nice seeing that reflecting around the stadium and all that. But as a whole, I'm really, really happy to have sorted out a new drone. I'm really happy to be back making these, because going around the stadium and everything, it is lovely to see it from a new perspective. Again, it's nice to see the guys like Mr. Drone, Everton, Baz, Mark, Thomas, and all those guys doing their videos. But it's something else to actually get up and do it yourself, having the freedom of being able to actually look around and see everything. Now, as we sort of pan around, I'm gutted I didn't actually stick to going over the fan plaza a little bit more so we could see it in a more detailed, different angle. But I will go over that on the next video, which will be next week. But yeah, overall, I'm delighted to be back. I am absolutely delighted to be back. It killed me not being able to get up and actually get videos and that. But again, thank you very much for watching. Everyone have a great week, and peace.